Hello everyone and welcome back to the Crypto Moses channel. Today's video is special because I think the best way to help everybody in the market consistently and to give you guys opportunities every day like I find them is by trying to make daily market updates. My goal is that the daily market updates that I do privately, I should just try to share them. The goal here is just to bring as much value as possible to you guys. Like, I appreciate you guys watching. And on top of that, it allows me to kind of get a little rundown of what I was thinking yesterday because my notes suck. Right? I was like looking at them, I was like, bro, as a good trader, you got to have good notes. So let's start doing it every day. Let's start trying to find good plays together. Let's get to the market watch. And today we're going to talk about Bitcoin. The very first thing. Bitcoin is in a critical point right now. We had a great run up the past week. As we can see here, there we go. We had a freaking great run up this past week. It was what, 10% gain in about a day. And that went from 66K and we had gone up to 72K was the new local top that we made. I do not think that this actually beat the last local top. So let's look at that. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. It did not. So what we see here on the chart is we've got that yellow resistance line. That was a huge channel that Bitcoin has been building for a very freaking long time. So as long as things continue within that channel, it's going to be a rough time for us. The hope is that we break through that channel in the upward momentum. That would be the best case scenario for everyone and all of crypto, in my opinion, right? Now, in here, what we also see is since it did not make it back to that local top, that's not very good. That could be in a sense, a really, really, really shitty head and shoulders where we've got the 1, the 2, and then the 3. The problem right now is that there is these ETFs coming out. And with continuous ETFs being approved, the market isn't necessarily pricing itself like it always does, which does happen in technical analysis, right? Because now we're getting new people to enter the market. So that's okay. It just means we have to adapt to it as traders, right? So that's just the most important thing. We don't control the market. The market kind of controls us and how we trade. So you just have to be able to adapt to it. And right now, with all of this kind of, I would say, consolidation we're getting in this area, and it's not very, very good consolidation because it's getting a lot of big upswings up and down. Maybe it's a really, really good thing because maybe it would show that Bitcoin has a lot of support down at this 59K, right? Because it really didn't want to break that. It had one big wick, and what people try to call those is like the little liquidity pools within the chart. So like within this area, there was a lot of liquidity kind of sitting there waiting, and that's what kind of held it up. And since then, it has not kind of gone back to it. Right now, we've got another defense here, or technically another support being created here, and hopefully it becomes, or it just stays a support, because it kind of found itself a little bounce right here, and this line's been here for a long time. This line on my list has been here for a long time. We also see a golden cross where the 200 EMA is crossing the 55 EMA, and that's really important because it's showing that the exponential moving average is having a push towards the upside. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to guarantee sustain it, but it just means that it's in a good position to be there, right? And then another thing that we also see, is that RSI found itself a little support. It's kind of stopping at 44. 44 does not mean that it's at the very bottom. So we still might have a long way to go. And we just need to be patient when the market is in these kind of conditions. And patience is the trick to go to the next step. Now, if you're going to day trade this bad boy today, I would look at the all-time lows and highs for the day. Get yourself in the day chart. See what happened today. Where was the high? Where was the low? What did the chart look like from yesterday? And then from there decide, was it bullish and bearish, or what is the current channel that the chart is making? So it just depends on your strategy. A big thing I do want to say, I do use indicators and they do help me a little bit. As you can see here on my chart, I have these little yellow and these darker lines. These are open and closed. So these are the market open and closed for the American stock market. And I just kind of give myself a 30-minute to another 15-minute window, 30 for open, 15 or 20 for close. And this is just important because there's volatility in that area. And then also I use the 200 EMA, the 55 EMA, and lastly, I do use the HG algorithm trader, and you can use that below. I like it because it gives me extra confirmations, and sometimes it gives me like early ideas. Like, look here, I've got so if you go into the settings on this bad boy, you can actually like I like it being the symbol rather than the detail, and that's what this means here. This means that there is bullish momentum, and there was. Look at how nice that was. If you guys had used it, you would have had an easy 5% gain. And maybe like you're like me, you're a little nervous. Sometimes you close early, you would have had at least a 4% gain. So at least it gives me some sort of signals here and there to kind of help me get confirmations on many of them. And as we can see here on the 30, we've got a bearish confirmation. So I'm going to keep watching it, and we'll see what happens with the next day or two. And hopefully we get some big volatility. Whether it's up or down, it's good for us as crypto market traders, because the more volatility that occurs, the more likely we are to find opportunities within the market. Okay, I hope this video helped you guys. Please do me a favor and click that young subscribe button. We really want to hit 5,000 subs in the next 2 to 3 weeks. That would be awesome. Might be a little difficult, but hey, we're going to bring value and we're trying to have some fun doing this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.